Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey folks, welcome back to the show. Today's guest is a Houston-based real estate broker and the founder of STRIQ, a platform known as the Zillow for Airbnb investors. Please welcome Matt Sanderson. Matt, welcome to the show.
Hey man, thanks for having me. Good to see you, Dylan.
It's great to have you. I love my Houston investors. I love the Houston real estate guys and gals. I think, I don't know what it is. But of the four majors we've got in Texas, right? San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, DFW, and Houston. There's definitely a vibe out there in Houston. Am I wrong in saying that? There's a vibe out there.
Hey, I'm surprised you said that. You know, most people from Dallas, they don't say good things about us here in Houston. So I'm glad you said something good. I used to go with school. When I went to Abilene Christian, all my Dallas friends, when they heard I was moving to Houston, they're like, "Wait, you're moving to the armpit of Texas?" And I was like, "Hey, there's some good people out here. There's good food, and there's a lot of real estate. So that's a good thing."
I've just noticed, and this is just me colloquially speaking, that when I've been out to Houston, it's been a vibe. People are conversating, and maybe it's just kind of the placebo effect of going to a new city and kind of spending a weekend or a day there. But then also, I think there's pluses and minuses to every one of the majors, but Houston is this huge opportunity specifically for investors, because you have, of course, insurance is more expensive because water and issues, but you also have a lot of cost-effective real estate out there, especially for being such a big city.
Yeah. Well, and just so I know, a lot of your listeners, are mostly residential. Are any of these people also commercial investors
There's
as well?
Lot of commercial residential, a lot of multifamily, a lot of people that are involved in land and RV parks, that type of thing. But a lot are single-family home investors as well.
Okay, yeah, just because I did want to mention, I do a lot of residential, but mostly on the short-term rental side, but I am also a commercial real estate broker. And so I wanted to say from a Houston perspective, there's literally trillions of dollars of dry powder on the sidelines that are targeting Houston, Texas as a major platform and hub to buy industrial commercial real estate. Something called iOS sites, industrial outdoor storage, basically sites that are, between 10 to 50 to 100,000 square feet, industrial facilities. There's massive amount of demand, and we're seeing trillions of dollars out there that is hunting for deals right now. So it's crazy the amount of demand in Houston.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
And to your point, Matt, we sometimes gloss over this being in Texas, right? But the port of entry for Texas is where? It's mainly Houston, right? So if you're getting international, I mean, maybe there's other ways, but mainly it's Houston. So if you're having major shipments, they're coming through Houston. So it doesn't surprise me at all that it's a huge burgeoning hub for industrial investing, right?
Yeah, I mean, you think about oil and gas, and with Trump being in office, there's a couple of things he's done. I mean, really, he said, drill, baby, drill. So Houston, Texas is where most of the energy is. I mean, along with some in Dallas and other places, but this is where a lot of the headquarters are.
Yeah.
But second of all, he just announced, and you probably told your listeners this, this new package with the big bill that just went through for 100% bonus depreciation coming back. So, I mean, those two things combined with Houston as almost now the third largest city in the U.S., just behind Chicago, and I think it's about to pass it. Like, it's growing like crazy.
I've also, this is kind of very granular Houston knowledge. The city is landmass-wise huge.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I'm sitting in the back of someone's car. There's a gym out there, fitness gym. I forget the name of it, but it's Christian Guzman's gym. It's like the Disneyland for fitness is what it was. And so I'm sitting in the back of someone's car. We're driving across Houston, and I felt like I took like a 40-minute nap. And I wake up and they're like, we're still in Houston. We'll be there in like 20 minutes. I'm like, how big is this city? And we had driven like 45 miles and we were still in Houston. So literally a huge city.
Oh, yeah. And it's, I mean, continuing to just expand out. I mean, it's funny, my kids, when I drive into Houston from Dallas, we take that trip a lot. You're right. You start feeling like you're in the city. And then like 30 minutes later, you're like, are we there yet? Because you just keep going down the highway. So anyway, it's a lot of people don't love to live here because of the views are not like Austin or Asheville or all these cool places. But man, from a cost of living, opportunity standpoint, business standpoint, I mean, it's incredible.
Is it I don't know, and woe is me, or maybe my ignorance. I don't know enough about the history of Houston, but is it a newer city if you compare it to Austin, to Dallas, that type of thing?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, probably
one of
about
my
the same time.
One of my thoughts is like, some of it I think could just be there's just not as much, and we're talking about burgeoning and investing. It could be we might see a huge swing for Houston, and I'm looking at home pricing in Houston, and I'm saying if I'm going to invest and I'm looking at areas and I can get this over here, I can get this over here, I can get this in Austin, and Houston has huge draws with sports teams, it being the port of entry, right? You have so much commerce coming in and out, and then the city itself is massive, which again is underplayed. But when you have a massive city, lots of land, then you have really, I would say, more opportunity for people to be part of that metro. Kind of to draw a comparison to DFW, I live in Denton, which is like closer to Oklahoma than it is to Dallas, but we still consider ourselves DFW metro. And so I would imagine Houston has a lot of that, where it's like the area is in flux. There's a lot of growth, and it's not just vertical. It's not just, high rises. It's outwardly expanding as well.
Oh yeah. I mean, you really wouldn't think it would go much further, but I mean, it's like the Northwest Houston part of Houston is like expanding like crazy. It's almost like expanding into College Station, to where like College Station and Houston will eventually like merge almost. So, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it one day. Like, it feels like that's kind of where it's going, is a merger between College Station and Houston. I'm sure Houston love it because there's a lot of Aggies here.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
That would be interesting. That would be very, very, very interesting. I feel the same way about DFW and the 35 corridor up to Oklahoma, where they've got the WinStar Casino, because you've got Fort Worth, then you've got Louisville, then you've got Denton, where I'm at, which is really like 50 minutes or an hour from Dallas, and we still consider ourselves DFW. I'm like, goodness. And then we're in like Tornado Valley over here, so we have to be aware of that. And then you've got Sherman and Bonham, and then you've got Oklahoma. So I'm saying like this is gonna be one shot DFW to Oklahoma, and it's just gonna be a big area.
Honestly, with the new Disney, I think that's been announced going in like North Dallas,
Frisco,
in Frisco area. I mean, there's just going to be enormous growth going out there. So, I mean, and you think about like short-term rentals, which we'll talk about later, like there's enormous amount of demand in like Orlando for short-term rentals of people trying to like outbid each other of like buying a house and then making it like Orlando Disney themed with cool princesses and slides and action figures and all that stuff. Imagine what you're going to be able to do in Dallas when that new theme park comes in to expand into this newer type of investment type, because most people are probably doing long-term or mid-term type rentals, but when this place comes in, I mean, you're gonna have an opportunity to do some awesome Disney themed properties to get huge returns on your properties.
That's a great point. That is a great point. I mean, good on DFW for securing that deal. What a huge, I mean, we're real estate guys, right? You can't get a bigger real estate deal than having Disneyland come to your area. I mean, that's huge. I mean, also the competition, and sometimes people say there's no competition. I think I'm putting it out there. There's a competition. Texas and Florida, right? You got people that are snowbirds coming down to Florida, but you also have people saying, well, Texas. And so when you have a Disney come into an area, that'll definitely change things. But I wanna pivot a bit here, Matt, and ask you about STRIQ or STRIQ, right? And how this came about for you. What was the genesis?
Oh man, yeah. So fun story. I've been a real estate broker for like 12 years, doing commercial real estate transactions all over the place. And one day I was like, you know what? I'm doing all these deals for other people. Why don't I go invest in real estate? And I didn't have $5 million to go buy commercial properties. So I thought, well, why don't I get into this residential game? It's a little bit, of a lower barrier of entry to get in with the down payment, and you can go get financing a little bit easier. But, a lot of people you probably talk to, it's like, man, like to make a lot of money, sometimes you got to have like 50 doors or 100 doors. I'm like, I don't want to wait that long, and I don't want to buy that many properties. I'd rather have a fewer properties to make more money. And so I discovered this Airbnb short-term rental thing, and I ended up buying a property in Fredericksburg, Texas.
Yep.
That turned out to be like a 60% cash-on-cash return. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't know these types of deals existed. And that's what opened my eyes to, hey, short-term rentals, you can typically make 3x or more what you could typically make on a long-term. But the pain and the problem was to find that dang deal, I had to go to Zillow, find a property, then I had to go to Airbnb to run revenue estimates and then spreadsheets. And it would take forever to run one transaction. And most of the time they were all negative, because usually most properties are negative performing out there, and it's hard to find the needles in the haystack, right? So I thought, well, what if we just brought all this information together? What if we just had a platform that could just syndicate the MLS, run revenue estimates, bring in your spreadsheets, bring it all together, and then you as the investor can just put in your filters of, hey, show me anything above 20% cash on cash return that makes $3,000 in net cash flow per month. That's under $700,000 purchase price. And boom, like let the technology literally reveal it to you in seconds. And so that's what the idea was, and that's what we built today.
So you don't need a real estate license to use it, though, as a user?
No, I mean, as a user, it's literally like you get on Zillow, but what's really cool about it, it feels very similar, but it's so much more powerful than Zillow because it shows you the properties, but then it also shows you the revenue potential, the profitability, the cap rate, the cash on cash return, and the entire underwriting. So what's really cool? Do what?
Will it do comps or anything like that?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
And then, so that's the app. We also have a dashboard called the comps dashboard, and it shows you all of your comps. So it not from a sales price perspective,
Sure.
but from a revenue perspective. So when a real estate agent sells your house, you're like, hey, how much can I sell my house for? They pull comps. Well, in the same way, we pull comps for revenue so that you can know exactly how much you can make if you were to rent it out on Airbnb.
That is incredible. So what's this process been like putting this together? Because it's got to be a huge undertaking, right?
I mean, hey, if anyone else out there has tried to do a startup, you can probably relate. I've never tried to do a startup like this before, so I didn't know how difficult it'd be. But we started this journey 4 years ago, me and my co-founder, and it all started with this idea of, hey, let's bring it all together. How hard could it be, right? Well, it took us like 3.5 years to really build it, and now we're finally, letting other people get to use it. So it's taken basically 4 years to get to where we are now, almost $500,000 to $1 million to do it, to build it, because data and technology and AI is very expensive.
Yeah.
But we did it. So we're here, and now it's an opportunity for other people to check it out.
Is it all over the U.S. or is it Texas right now? Where is it? Where can you get data?
So we're all over the U.S. right now. But what's really cool, so is we've solved the acquisition piece where people want to buy these short-term rentals. We've solved the optimization revenue piece to figure out, hey, based on comps, how do I get to the top 10%? And where we're going is, hey, what if I have a property that is an active short-term rental? I've got history and revenue and expenses on it. Can I sell this thing on your platform directly to your targeted investor base? That's where we're going next. And that's a global opportunity because people in Brazil and other countries are already contacting me saying, Matt, we don't have the MLS and things like you guys have in the US.
Yep.
We would love to feature our beachfront properties that make $1 billion and feature them directly to your investor base. So that's where we're going next.
So I'm moving to. I just brought this up. I'm moving to a Caribbean country.
Are you really?
Yeah, in August, which this podcast may not be out by then, but I'm
Okay.
moving in the beginning of August. And one of the things that's interesting is they can't pull comps out there. They don't have an MLS. So their whole system, you don't need licenses, right? Their whole system is drastically different. I don't necessarily know that you don't need licenses, but what I do know is I was told like you basically have to go down, pay a fee, and now you're a real estate agent. So one of the things that I found so interesting is I was like, well, how do people buy properties down here if they don't know what other things are selling for? Is it just based off like you talking to a guy or a gal or an agent and kind of just getting their feel for it? And that was like, yeah, like you just have to know people. So I was like, man, these areas, and so many of the Latin American countries are like this. These areas need something. It's ripe for opportunity. I don't necessarily know that they need this whole bureaucratic like MLS creature that we have, which costs so much money, as you know, Matt, for new agents. You got to start up, and it's kind of like fee after fee after fee. But having a STRIQ or an STRIQ in their area would be huge, right? Like, I mean, everybody who is an international investor who wants to invest in that area has something that's distilled down, that's relatively cost effective, where they can see, hey, look, this is where we're going to make money in this area.
Have you ever used LoopNet or CoStar?
I've only heard of LoopNet. I'm not familiar with CoStar.
So LoopNet and CoStar are commercial real estate platforms for people to list properties for sale. So me as a broker, when I go represent someone, they tell me to sell their property, and I go put it where? I put it on LoopNet and CoStar. Crexy is another platform that was founded by the Zillow founder and another guy. Those are some competing platforms that are, on the more commercial real estate side. And that's where commercial real estate institutions and buyers really go look for these properties to buy. And you literally just list them direct. So what if we could become the LoopNet or CoStar for short-term rental investors in any country, to where these people that have these properties, it's simple. They just go to our platform, they list their property, and we could either get a marketing fee or maybe a brokerage fee on that. And they get to sell directly to the targeted investor that wants that property in any country. So that's what I think is most exciting is, we've solved that acquisition and optimization phase, but we haven't even tapped into yet the sell side, which there's some really cool properties out there that generate a ton of money that could be sold for high cap rates and high cash on cash return to these investors.
As popular as Airbnb is here, I'd reckon to say it's just as popular, if not 50% more popular in some of these places. I mean, it is shocking. It is shocking to see. And then the creativity is also off the charts too. I mean, what you can find is, I'm in Texas, and you can find like treehouse getaways in Arkansas, or I can go find, rooftop loft penthouse suites for, $1,500 a month with a view of the ocean in Santo Domingo. And I've heard of people. I had a guest from, I want to say it was Nairobi, Kenya, saying that you could get for like $1,100 a month in Nairobi, Kenya, condo and a chef for the full month. And I'm just thinking about like all these opportunities and things that come into play. It is really an international game when it comes to the short-term rental space. It's truly international. I think the people like yourself who really see that opportunity and tap into it and aren't just hyper-focused on like the U.S., but actually looking at it as a worldwide scale, that's going to change the game.
Well, just imagine, if you're a high-income earner out there and you're making, I don't know, a couple $100,000 or more, and, Trump just passed this big, beautiful bill, and you get bonus depreciation up to 100% now, which I think is like maybe a forever thing. Why not take a lot of that money and go buy really cool properties on beaches and lakes and places you could go visit? Because when you go buy long-term rentals, when you do that, you can't ever visit them because they're leased out 95% of the time or 100% of the time. Airbnb, you go buy these properties wherever you want them to be. They cash flow better than long-term rentals, and you get to go use them whenever you want, and you get massive tax write-offs, and someone else pays down your debt while they appreciate. So you get cash flow better than long-term rentals. You get wealth building better than, about the same as other, I guess, because other people are paying down your debt and it's appreciating.
Yeah.
And then you get tax benefits, which might wipe out your active income versus your passive. And then you get to go use them whenever you want. So it's amazing, right? Literally like the Goldilocks or like the unicorn out there that I've literally gone all in on, because I think it's the best real estate play, in my opinion, right now.
I think it's super fascinating. I mean, that's what I'm passionate. I have a real estate license, right? But I'm really more passionate about working with investors, doing investing on my own. I haven't done a deal yet from the cradle to the grave as an investor. I've done many wholesale deals, but it's just so much opportunity in the short-term rental space. It's really, and then too, we haven't talked about this, but there's a lot of, I guess, concern in the U.S. over short-term rentals. Am I going to have to convert this out of short-term if it gets banned in the area that I'm in, which actually happened in Addison, Texas, which is Dallas area. I don't know if it's still, but in 2023, they banned short-term rentals. And so people are looking at this. But then, when I've traveled abroad, there's like, we're not even talking about like if they're going to ban short-term rentals. It's like the process to build a house is like you just build a house. Like there's not all of this red tape to jump through. And so they're not even talking about, like in certain areas of Latin America, they're not talking about like banning short-term rentals like they're glad that there's new builds going up. They're not talking about like, well, you can't have this type of thing. So the opportunity is like inspiring and fascinating for me.
For sure. And you mentioned wholesaling a second ago. What's cool about our platform is, as a real estate investor, you usually fall into one of these three camps, or maybe all three, or a combination. But you either have time, you've got expertise, or you can develop the expertise, or you've got money. And so if you're a wholesaler out there, or if you're someone that doesn't have as much capital as you'd like to have to go buy some of these deals, you might have time, or hopefully you could figure out the time, and you could build the expertise. And if you've got a tool like STRIQ that literally just shows you the profitable properties, then all you have to do is just start sending those deals to people that have the money. And in that case, you could either go get that property under contract and then flip it as a wholesaler, or better off than just taking a $5,000 fee or whatever is go send these to capital partners and go be 50% equity in these deals. And I know a ton of people doing that right now. If you get good at finding these deals, find the money, you could become a 50% equity partner in that deal with zero money.
I got to download the app then. I got to get on there, right?
Let's get you the app, baby.
Matt, we are coming up on time here. Where can folks go if they want to dive into STRIQ, or maybe if they want to reach out to you, or how can they learn more about STRIQ?
So go to STRIQ.com. We've got a 14-day free trial, so you can check it out for a couple weeks. See if you like it. You can cancel anytime. And then because you were also having us on the show, you can use the code Dylan20 for 20% off any plan if you decide to stay on. Otherwise, you can use it for 14 days and see if you like it and see if it's helpful. Or you can reach out to me at matt.sanderson@STRIQ.com, and would be happy to help.
Matt, thank you so much for coming on the show here today.
Well, thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.